Wait, wait, just see. I think today I'm gonna start doing the Italian thing because I haven't been doing that. And if I live to the end of the stream, then I end up not doing. So, and I'm going to study marketing today. It took me a bunch of hours to figure out how to do the downloads of this stuff. And luckily, I managed to find a way, but I was almost giving up. Then I tried to sign up for a couple of websites, but they have problems. And I signed up for MailLite, which is one that is the cheapest one to start with, but they don't allow you to send emails with affiliate marketing links, so they didn't accept me to send emails. And then I tried MailChimp as well, because I was trying to integrate create the links for the download. This is how I ended up doing. And it seems like it works so far. Hopefully it still keeps working. I haven't tested to see if it allows me to download the zip, but I'm gonna do this probably right now after I do the Italian thing. And the reason I think I tried this before, but the reason why it wasn't working is because I wasn't the files have to be on the public directory. So I think the href was wrong. And then I tried multiple different ways with zip, using zip, and then creating a stream on the back end and trying to send the stream to the front end and transform the stream into a blob. So I can use the save as library. And then I tried a bunch of different ways, but none of the ways were working, and it's more complicated because I had the ODS files or Excel files, and also wanted to figure out how to do the zip files or zip folders. And if you want to do that, and if you want to use the libraries, you have to transform the data into a blob. So I have to figure out first how to read the file, which is complicated because the different extensions have different files formats. So if you want to download a text file or a PDF, it's easier because there are built-in libraries that handle that for you. And also if you're using Node.js, it's also easier because then you can use the download method of the response, but Next.js doesn't have that method. And because the extension that I was trying to do is ODS, and then I transformed the files into Excel later to test with Excel as well. And then I found out that there's an Excel extension for helping with reading the files, but it was very complicated. But then the other thing that you have to do is set the header. So different types of files are going to have different types of headers of the content type, because you have to specify in the header that the response is going to be used for downloading. But then I tried all of this stuff and nothing really worked until I got into the Vercel Discord and I saw that someone had posted a similar question. And then I decided, because the reason I think I wasn't looking for HTML ways to do it is because I wanted to do the folder or the zip file, because I wanted to download a lot more files. But then I decided, fuck it, I'm just gonna try to do it the simplest way as possible. And then I tried this and it worked. So this allows, after they send the form, then it changes the state of the website, and then it shows these three buttons and allows to download, and the information is there. And the other methods I was trying to use, I managed to download the files, but then the information inside of the file was wrong because it was a string. It said object read string, so I don't know exactly what was going on, but I assumed that I wasn't converting the data in a proper way. So I think I wasn't reading the files in the proper way. And then the challenging part that I had and I couldn't figure out is because when you read a file on the back end, it becomes a sequence of binaries, and then to send that file to the front end, you have to send it as a string. So you first have to read the file, which is going to transform into binaries. Then you have to put the file into a buffer if the file is big, so that you don't crash the CPU or the server if the file is too big. So you send on streams, and that's the purpose of having the streams. Then you pipe the response into, you pipe the stream into the response, and that makes it so that the data is sent through the binary sequences. But then the problem is on the front end, how do you consume that and allow the download? That's the thing that I wasn't being able to figure out, because I assume that on Node.js, if you use the response, then you don't need to do anything on the front end because the response itself automatically triggers the download event. But the problem is if you're using Next.js, you can't do that. So you have to figure out a structure on the front end to create the download. And I wasn't able to, I wasn't able to find an answer for that. And it's still kind of confusing to me what is the best way. I think after trying all of this stuff, I think that the only way is to make that download available on the client side. And the way that it works is you create an URL object, and then through the URL object, it has a method that allows you to download. And the client is always the one downloading. But then this whole thing, because it doesn't make sense if you have to send the data, because in the front end you can't use frameworks that to read the library. You have to do that on the back end. But then the problem is if you do that on the back end, you're gonna have to read the library, read the file anyway, because you're gonna send the data to the front end. So that's the kind of the thing I was confused by, because if I'm sending the data, then how the hell I'm gonna transform that data? I wanted to find something that allows the thing to download progressively according to the buffer size. But then it gets too complicated. That's the thing that the reason why I was almost giving up, because if you do it like that, then you have to connect directly with the hardware of the client, I think. And I read some stuff on Stack Overflow that allows you to do that, but it's way more advanced because you have to communicate with the hard drive directly. So if you wanna, at least that's what I think right now. I'm not really sure about that. But if you wanna download the pieces of the file piece by piece, instead of making the download directly, you have to figure out how to send the data directly through the hard drive. But then as I was doing that, I decided to sign up on the sites, because I was thinking about incorporating the forms instead of doing it like this, because eventually I'm gonna incorporate the forms on MailChimp, either MailChimp or some other email automation tool. And let me put the timer. And then I signed up for the MailerLite and then got rejected, and then I signed up for the MailChimp. But then I discovered that with MailChimp, if you're using the free service they have, you have to put their logo in there, and I didn't like that. And also the other problem is that all the sites offer HTML embed, it seems like, and then it becomes another problem, because in order to incorporate the form into your site, embed the form into your site, you have to figure out how to make the script work with the syntax of Next.js or React. And that's another problem that I was having trying to figure out, because if you use the script tag, then you can use a attribute of the script tag called set dangerous inner HTML or something like that. But then I tried that and it didn't work as well. So I spent a bunch of time trying to figure this out, but hopefully now it's fine. And then I also deployed the project reversal, and now I'm trying to figure out the CSS of the page, which is very annoying. But I don't think I'm gonna do that on stream, because it's better to have the two monitors to do that, because I can look at the other monitor instead of having to switch all the time. But I think I'm just gonna show how it looks right now. And then hopefully, if that works out with leaving like this, then the plan is gonna be to deploy that and to post the videos, the clips on TikTok with the link on the description. and then use all this whole project here as the template after I do the copy for this project, which is the stuff that I'm gonna do today. I'm gonna study all the funnels from other people, and I'm gonna create a website with the links of the funnels and put the workflow or the like what questions they ask and what is their copy, how does the copy structure look like. And after I do that, I'm also thinking about saving in a text file all the text that everyone uses for their copy, and later on creating a script where I parse all the stacks. I can do a simple Python script that gets all the files in the directory, parses all of them, and creates a dictionary with the keywords and the frequency. And then that way I'm gonna be able to see which keywords are used most often. And also I'm thinking about doing a web scraper based on the links of this file, because then the problem with the web scraper is that it might be too hard, because a lot of them I assume are gonna use JavaScript, so I don't want to spend a bunch of time figuring out all the and that's the issue actually with yeah, but I'm gonna see if I can do a web scraper that captures the links without having to look at the nuances of each site, and if it isn't too hard to do that. Yeah, but then after I do all the copy for this one, then I'm gonna use this one as a template to build the blog. And the blog is gonna be a lot harder because it's gonna be a bigger site, and I imagine it's gonna take a lot of work. So I'm gonna do all this stuff. Hopefully, I finish the landing page hopefully by today, and start working on the blog tomorrow. And then I'm gonna have to work on the other videos because I stopped making videos now to do this stuff. So I still have some videos to finish before I go back and review all the thumbnails that I have on the thing and the data, which is not much, but at least there's some data that I can look at to see how can I improve the videos in the future.
Fa,
Fa,
Does.
fisso.
fisso,
Set. Unchanging.
3.
3,
3.
Desiderare.
desiderare,
Desire.
Aria.
aria,
Air.
Bene.
bene,
Well.
Anche.
anche,
Also.
Giocare.
giocare,
Play.
Piccolo.
piccolo,
Small.
Fine.
fine,
End.
Mettere.
mettere,
Put.
Casa.
casa,
Home.
Leggere.
leggere,
Read.
Mano.
mano,
Hand.
Portare.
portare,
Carry.
Grande.
grande,
Large.
Compitare.
compitare,
Spell. Words.
Aggiungere.
aggiungere,
Add.
Anche.
anche,
Even. Also.
Terra.
terra,
Land.
Qui.
qui,
Here.
Devo.
devo,
I must.
Grande.
grande,
Big.
Alto.
alto,
High. Tall.
Tale.
tale,
Such.
Seguire.
seguire,
Follow.
Atto.
atto,
Enact.
Perché.
perché,
Why.
Chiedere.
chiedere,
Ask.
Maschi.
maschi,
Men.
Cambiamento.
cambiamento,
A change.
È andato.
è andato,
She went.
Luce.
luce,
Light.
Tipo.
tipo,
Kind of thing.
Spento.
spento,
Turned off.
Bisogno.
bisogno,
Need.
Casa.
casa,
House.
Immagine.
immagine,
Image.
Provare.
provare,
Try.
Noi.
noi,
Us.
Di nuovo.
di nuovo,
Again.
Animale.
animale,
animal,
punto,
punto,
point,
madre,
madre,
mother,
mondo,
mondo,
world,
vicino,
vicino,
near,
costruire,
costruire,
build,
se stesso,
se stesso,
himself,
terra,
terra,
earth,
padre,
padre.
father,
And I also changed the code here so that I nested these statements because this one filters to see if the email already exists on the database. And then if it does, the row lengths are gonna be greater than 0. So if it isn't, then if it is smaller or equal to 0, then it inserts the email in the database. And otherwise it just sends the status response 200. And then I tested to see if I could go to the API directly without putting in the form, because obviously if you know this code that I'm showing, then you can just do the, maybe I'll do it here. You can go to the route directly. But the thing is, if you go to the route directly, you just get the response and you can't access the files. So it doesn't matter that I'm sending the response. And yeah. Then I also created some scripts that here I use ChatGPT for this to help me with the scripts. Yeah. And what this does is deletes all the emails from the database, because I tested a bunch of times, so there was around 80 emails there. And the problem was that if you delete all the emails, then the ID of the emails is not deleted. So even though there's nothing in the database, once you add another email, it goes back to, the ID goes back to from the place it stopped the last time. So in order to reset the ID, you have to use these updates SQLite sequence, so that it starts from 0 again the next time. So I'm gonna run this after I did all of the tasks and deploy to the traversal. Yeah, this is how it looks. Then you can click on each one and it allows the file. Really happy about that. And hopefully it works after I test everything. And it's a lot better this way, because then I don't have any rush to build the emails that I'm gonna send as the responses. I can just slowly collect these emails while I build all the other stuff. That's the point, that's the reason why I wanted to work on this landing page now. It's because it's the perfect thing to start with the, I think, with the TikTok. The clips that I have from the videos I made, I think they're very good to post on TikTok, and this is the perfect thing to collect some emails as I build the other stuff. And then if I couldn't find a way with that, it would still be okay, but then it would be worse, because then I would have to figure out a way to put the sequence, create the sequence of emails directly or right now, because then if I passed the threshold, I would have to start paying for the subscriptions, which means that I would need to create a cash flow. I wouldn't need to, because I have some money from poker, but it would be better to create the cash flow so that the subscription is paid with the emails. And that way I would have to rush more to create the emails. But this way I can take my time to create the email sequence that I'm gonna send to people, and while I collect all these emails, hopefully. Yeah, let me try to, before I start studying Let's see if this works with the zip file. Zip file. Yeah, it doesn't work. So it only works for files. Yeah, but this is really hard to do. You can also iterate over a directory recursively to get all the files of the directory in the backend. But then that's the problem, because it gets really complicated in the front end. Because you have to figure out how to first convert all the files, then send all the data, and then figure out how to convert the data in the front end and make the download happen, which is very hard. And it's crazy to think about, because it's something that is supposed to be really easy, because you see it everywhere. Yeah, but fuck it. It's not that important to me, so I don't think it's worth to spend a bunch of time trying to figure out. It's worse, obviously, because the initial plan I had was to give all the code as well, to send out the code. And then obviously I can put the code in the GitHub and then pass the link, but then anyone has access to it, so I can't use as a lead magnet. And the other thing that I'm thinking about doing is I'm going to improve these spreadsheets, but I'm going to do this off stream as well. I'm going to think about other stuff that I can put inside of this to make it better. I think I'm going to put more methods on this. That's a good thing. Maybe more methods and then a written explanation, or maybe I'll put another file as well that explains how prototype works. I think that would be a great idea, I think. I think this is the first one. But the problem is, it is another thing I have to think about. Maybe I should do one spreadsheet for each thing, each sector that I'm trying to do. I think I'm gonna separate by niches here, so I won't put this one. So what I'm gonna do is, this one I already know that he has a landing page, because I was seeing his landing page to start to see how he did he offers a PDF file, and it looks like he's using a I don't know how to say that, a provider. He's using an API to give the file, I think. And then I think she has as well magnets. So I'm gonna go one by one, I think, and then see all the links they have. I'm gonna thinking about doing for the blog, because I've been told that the best categories to start or to do with affiliate marketing, because the ones that I'm interested on are programming, biochemistry, so everything that is related to the body and how that translates into thoughts. So neurochemistry. The other thing that I'm very curious about is how the flow of air translates into thoughts, because obviously everything is connected. And also having a better understanding of how all the hormones in the body create everything that is happening and how that translates into patterns of behavior. So kind of like neurochemistry, biochemistry, psychology, sociology, how that translates into the societies, culture, and physics, mathematics, and economics. I think programming, health and fitness, which is biochemistry, psychology, philosophy, or philosophy as well, and then economics. But then I've been told that the three best ones to start with affiliate marketing in mind, is programming, economics, and health and fitness. So I think the hierarchy I have right now is programming first, because that's the thing that I'm focused the most. Then economics, because economics I think is going to be easier to find things that I can market. There's probably more products related to economics, and I have also ideas to post, because economics is going to be blockchain obviously, but blockchain I put more in the programming category. But economics and blockchain I have, because I've built a simple flash loan arbitrage trading bot between one exchange. I was doing in Binance, and then I stopped at the point that I was gonna build the transactions, because I decided even after that point I would still have to perfect the search algorithm a lot more, and I would have to perfect the convex optimization algorithm as well. But I learned a lot through that process, so I have a bunch of articles or ideas that I can write related to that, and that's gonna be a nice intersection of programming and economics, and then I can talk about I can branch off on economics based on that, and the ideas I have about how DEXs are related to normal markets. And then through that, I'm probably gonna find a bunch of products, I think, to market. So that's why I'm putting economics in second place, and I think the third one is gonna be fitness and health, because it's also a very big category, and there's probably a lot of affiliate things you can promote, but health and fitness is a lot harder to rank, I think, because it's a lot bigger. And yeah, and I'm not focused necessarily on something niche. Maybe I'll probably find the niche as I study more, I think. But I think it's gonna be harder to find, especially because my biggest concern with health and fitness is finding good products, high quality stuff to market, because obviously it can be very dangerous. And because I know, and that's the thing that I have trouble with, and it seems to be the biggest challenge I found so far with this affiliate marketing stuff, is that when you're starting out, the only products you have access to are bad quality products. I haven't looked a lot into it, but that seems to be the case, and everyone that has a good product wants only people that have a lot of social media following. So I'm also thinking about whether or not it's going to be better to pivot and try to do my own products first and skip the whole affiliate marketing thing, because I'm thinking about getting or searching for a job very soon in the blockchain. And obviously I can't control that. I don't know how hard it's going to be or how long it's going to take to find a job in the blockchain space. But it might not be worth it at all to do affiliate marketing, because I have too much integrity for trying to sell products, for example, in the fitness industry that I know that are shitty, like get your six-pack abs in 2 days, or do this workout routine at home. And I know that people are not gonna get any value from that. I don't want to market this kind of stuff. I don't know how many I'm gonna do as well here. It's gonna depend on how hard it is to find the websites. I think I'm gonna close this for now. And this guy is good as well. Saw his videos a lot. I don't think Theo has any links, but maybe he has. His videos are very good. I think this is enough for now. This one is the one that I've seen, but this is a YouTube video. Courses, that's another one. I don't think I'm gonna put the name of each one because I think it's necessary. Just the links probably. And this is the stuff that I was trying to think about before I started streaming, like what kind of information is good to have there. But I think maybe only the links and then a funnel or a copy. The problem with the funnel is that, understand the funnel is that I'm not gonna buy a product from each one of them. It's too much money. So, and yeah, I guess I can update this based on, because I can subscribe to their email lists, and then I can study their emails that they give. But then how would I put here? That's the question that I had, because for the files, I think it's better to save each one separately into a file because it's too much information for a single cell here. And then it has affiliate links. Maybe I can, yeah, this is the other thing, affiliate links. Because the point of having the files and then trying to scrape, and the links and trying to scrape the links is to create the script that scrapes the links from all the sites, is to try to find what affiliate marketing they are doing, what products they are promoting. What else can I put here? And now that I'm thinking about it, it's probably better to have the name, because I can put, I think I'm gonna have the name because a lot of them are gonna have multiple different links, and then if I merge the cells, then it's not good to, because I can't translate to a CSV, so I can run programs on it or Python scripts. So I think it's gonna be good to have a name, because then I can put the same name for each one, and then I can easily filter the row based on the names, or the CSV based on the names. So I think I'm gonna do that. What else? Maybe type of link as well. I think this is enough. Since it's kind of hard because if you make a mistake, then if you have a bunch of names, then you have to change the whole thing. That's why I'm spending some time trying to think about if I'm gonna need any more information from this. And I think that's fine. I'm gonna put the links first. The hell? I'm gonna put on this notepad so that it loses the formatting. Maybe I can write down the fonts as well. But the thing is, I think it's better to get that kind of information from the HTML using the links and trying to scrape each website. But it's gonna be hard, I think, to... Maybe I can just do a simple scrape and disregard the JavaScript stuff and just get whatever HTML I can get just from doing this simple scrape as possible. Just so I get the metadata. Try to see if there's any patterns based on font size and that kind of stuff. Or font style. Oh, also the other thing that I'm gonna have that I just remember because I was talking about this is after I deploy the page, then I have to get the link for the Google Analytics thing. That's gonna be interesting as well. And I can only look at that once I have all the page set up, because then I have the link and then I can get the ID for the Google Analytics. And then obviously I'm gonna need data to be able to analyze and do testing on what kind of things change the conversion and things like that. That should be really interesting. Because eventually I want to build a connection between... Not sure if I want to build... I'm interested on the connection of the psychology and patterns of behavior and the layout and design of the page. And I think Facebook obviously has... Probably all these big sites have archetypes of human behavior and personality types. And they probably store that stuff on graph networks and create algorithms to... And I think that's the arms race we are on now. It's obviously very interesting. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna write down fonts and things like that. I think it's just a waste of time now. Maybe in the future. I think I'm gonna copy all of them here and then paste because it's easier to write. Maybe instead of this I can put description here. It's probably better. That allows me to have some text explaining what it is. Obviously, the other plan as well is to use this stuff that I'm building in the future and the tools I built for as lead magnets themselves. But so maybe I'll do kind of the way that I did with the spreadsheets, where I show the most part on stream and then I do some additional stuff off stream, and then that works as a lead magnet in the future. And this one is going to be different because I have to see the other text in the file, in the page. There's authority here, appeal to authority. I should probably do everything here before copying there. That's the thing that I'm thinking about. I'm not really sure if that's the best way to store this kind of information. Because there's a lot of stuff that's like the pop-up thing that I'm not gonna be able to translate only into text. So maybe I shouldn't be copying the... Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna copy the exact text. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. I'm gonna copy this into its own file, and then I'm gonna save the file. And separate by name first, then the name. And so first I'm gonna copy all the information, and then in pages like this where there's too much text, I'm just gonna write it myself. Like I'm gonna try to compress the information into principles that I can write there in the file. Maybe I can also put some sort of syntax to represent what's everything, or this kind of different stuff here on the text, so later on I can if I'm gonna scrape this, I can, or if I'm gonna parse this and create some programs around it, then I can know what each thing is. So maybe I'll do like this. So LP is gonna be landing page. I don't think I'm gonna put this on the tax. It's not. Maybe it is related to. It probably is related to SEO, but I obviously can't control this, so. Unless I fake testimonials, which I'm not gonna do. And I'm gonna put all this stuff in the same category. I'm just gonna do it so it's as simple as possible. I'll do it like this. Or pop up, then put the text on the pop-up in case it has, and then LP in case it has. Trying to think if there's this way that I'm doing is gonna be harder to scrape in the future or to parse in the future. Once I have a bunch of different files. Because there might be text that has LP as well, and then I'm gonna have to think about how I'm gonna do that. I think it's fine. Maybe I can actually save this stuff on a Python file as well, actually. Yeah, maybe that would be better, actually. Or a Python or JavaScript file. I think that's gonna be better. I'm gonna finish this one and then I'm gonna do that. Because later on it's gonna be easier to create stuff around it. Okay, it's not clear. I'm gonna copy those ones. This is also interesting. And this is not good to leave it like this because there are too many tabs. I'm gonna have to do it like this. I think I'm gonna create Python files instead of these note files for the text. Actually, much better. don't remember if there is a pop-up for this. I don't think there is. Don't remember if I'm writing this correctly. Testimonial. Testimonials. Not sure. I think this can be considered as the benefits. Not sure how to put this. Why code if you want? And maybe this is an opportunity to offer value to him in some way.
Tons of languages and tools out there. On this website, I'm going to make coding fun and simple. My name is Mosh Hamadan. I'm a software engineer with 20 years.
That's one thing you can do. This stuff is not really. It's kind of hard to think how would you do that. I'm sure there's a way, but there is a strategy that the guy talks about where you go to a bunch of websites and then you look for links that are not being used. And then once you find those links, you create articles for people and then you offer them to replace the bad link with your stuff. So this is something you could potentially do here, but the problem is that the video is about his stuff, so I'm not sure how would you create a video that is good for him, obviously. That would also benefit you.
Years of experience, and I've taught millions of people how to code and how to become professional software engineers. I love what I do, and I'm so excited to have you as my new student. I have tons of courses on programming languages like Python, Java, and
Whatever. Let's go to the next one. This is the blog. I have a file here so I can use this template to copy the format of the text with the pop-up. Maybe should do like this. If I spend more time thinking, I could probably come up with stuff to get the metadata as well. So for example, here I would put like this bold in order to so I understand how the text looks like or remember. But I think that it's just it gets too complicated and it's probably not worth it. The return on investment, I think, is one of those things where you have 20% of things that are going to bring 80% of the results, and specifying the metadata is not part of the 20%. Yeah, the only thing I'm gonna do is keep together the text that goes hand in hand and then separate by and space or a new line the text that is not connected. Maybe we can just do Ctrl A here and then get everything. Because it would also be good to look at the articles one-on-one, but then I think it's gonna take too much time because of how many I have to do. So, but maybe I will do that another time. if I decide it's worth it. The biggest issue, I think, yeah, I think I'm not gonna read the articles. I want to get the articles, but just so I can search for affiliate links. But the biggest issue with reading all these articles is that it's gonna be harder for me to be creative and come up with my own stuff if I just read all of their things. So I don't want to do that. I don't want to get too much fixated on the way that they do things. I just want to extract the fundamental principles, and then from the fundamental principles I'm gonna be able to create my own stuff. Let's see if I can do this. Yeah, much easier. Maybe I can do it actually. Let me think about it. And one thing I can do is go over all of this and then do the same thing, or highlight everything and just put it on the same text. I think that's probably a good idea. I don't think it's gonna have any affiliate links because of this, the way that it's probably making money from the courses. So I don't think it's gonna have affiliate links. But maybe I can search for keywords. Yeah, I think that is good. So I'm gonna do that, I think. I'm gonna copy everything. Then later on I can use this to see if there are any keywords that show up a lot of the times that are not the obvious ones. So I'm gonna open one by one, side by side, and then I think I'm gonna put everything on this LP. And I was thinking about doing another key called blog to specify that it's different. Not sure if that's worth it or not. Maybe it is, because a landing page is a different kind of strategy, probably. But I don't think it matters that much. I think the main point here is just to get the text and see if I can create something later on that allows me to create a graph structure of the keywords that are used most often, and then reverse engineer the SEO. Oh, this is the same. Just a different part. So I'm not gonna copy this.
In this course, I'm gonna
I have an idea that is gonna make this easier to do. Just open this stuff on a different window. Let me do that actually. Stop here. Fuck. There is a problem here. Oh, the problem is the comments. Because there's code there. There we go. And the code inside of the snippets is not copying as well. I think I'll solve the comments after I copy all of them. And what he's doing is also getting other people to write stuff for him, which is pretty smart. It's another strategy. I think just these ones are enough, probably, to copy there. I forgot to do this. I like this idea as well of saying that you're gonna give future discounts through email. That's a very good idea that I didn't think about. And now I'm gonna put the affiliate links. Maybe here I shouldn't put a number so it's easier in the future. Go separate by comma because it's easier to filter later. And I'm putting Amazon. Maybe I just put Amazon instead of affiliates so it's easier. Because later on I can filter the column based on what kind of affiliate it is. Yeah, but the problem is if I put the thing is gonna be pain in the ass to translate this into CSV later because it's gonna ask if I wanna separate by columns. So I'm gonna put or not columns, a comma. I think I'm gonna put this other thing here. I should copy everything, it's easier. No, I'm not doing that. And this is gonna take a long time, but the good side is that it's only once, and then I have this. I can make a lot of different things with this. I think it's gonna help a lot. Especially finding products, I think, to market that are not trash because all these other people are marketing. That's right. think this is it for this guy. Next one. Oh, this is this free code camp. Oh, maybe I can also do this for the descriptions as well. I think the reason why I was thinking about why maybe there is a software that does what I'm doing now manually. I don't see a reason why. Well, actually, the reason why it doesn't exist is because I think it's because it's too complex to be able to parse into a machine learning model, I think. Because it depends on the niche, and then like Google and all the search engines are kind of like that, where they scrape the data and they classify the data. But I think it's just too complex to build something like this just for figuring out the affiliate marketing products that are sold the most often based on each niche. And I think there are obviously other tools that allow you to do keyword stuff, but they are all very expensive. That's why I'm doing this manually. Because I thought about this because I was thinking about doing the same thing for the description, but then I remember VideoIQ is the thing that does that, and I can use VideoIQ for this kind of stuff. But maybe it is interesting as well to. Maybe I should do this after I'm done with all of this copy from all of them, because there might be interesting ways to connect the two things as well, the YouTube with the other stuff. Well, maybe in the future I'll do that, but not for now, I think. At free code camp, I don't think I'm gonna do anything just the sites from this guy here. I think there was a pop-up on this. No. Oh. So there's another link here. Yeah, this one I'm definitely gonna do as well. CTA, skull traction. I don't think there's gonna be any infinite links here because it doesn't make any sense. The point is to promote the bootcamp, so. Maybe the price is worth writing down as well. I think I'll look at the websites first and then my courses. I'm gonna stop here and I'm gonna go eat something and then I might come back today to continue to do this. But I think for the programming niche, all of these links that I got here are probably enough. So I'm gonna finish all of them. The thing is that I still have to finish the landing page as well. But maybe I can get through half of them today and do the stuff that I'm doing now and finish the landing page. That's the goal, I think. And then I do the other half tomorrow. So probably gonna come back soon, and I'm probably gonna do a lot of them or some of them off stream, depending on how. Maybe I'll come back only later in a few hours today. So maybe at night, just spend 1 hour or something like that doing this. And then I'll do a bunch of them off stream as well, because it's gonna be easier if I have the two screens to copy this stuff as well. So yeah. And if I don't come back today, then almost sure that I'm gonna come back tomorrow to keep doing